Hello, and welcome to this episode of Philly by Night. Today we are with the Trunklings, otherwise known with special focus on Louise Bolene, otherwise known as Songbird. Today's potential trigger warnings are the potential mention of abuse and abusive relationships, not limited to the misuse and mishandling of BDSM themes, use and abuse of dominate, sexual innuendo, and so on and so forth. If more triggers pop up, we will make sure to have them in the description of the recording. Louise, you wait an hour before sundown. I am assuming you went into torpor on your sires, both of their the houseboat.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything in particular that Louise does during that hour that she can't go out?
She'd probably just be using that time to get ready for the night, humming to herself. Missing home, so she'd probably call mom.
Okay. She just look at like her regular cell phone.
Yeah, she's not using the coterie phone.
Okay, smart. Good. She would also notice that she has a text. It's from Reggie.
She'll read it.
Okay. It basically asks if you want to hang out, because he's found this neat like lounge club that he'd like to show you.
She would respond back, sounds cool. I'll meet you there? ?
You would get basically like the pin for a place called the Raven Lounge. If you look further into it, it shows that it's just like this kind of gothic little bar and dance club that has DJs and live music and occasionally comedians, and occasionally there are quiz nights. It's a pretty little place. You can imagine him visiting primarily on quiz nights.
Sounds cool. So, yeah, she'll finish getting ready.
Mm-hmm. And, does she automatically blush?
Yeah, that's like one of the first things she does when she wakes is rouse and then blush.
Okay. So as she rouses from her day's sleep. She doesn't feel herself get any hungrier, but it's almost reflexive for her to blush because it's putting on her face, it's putting on the mask, so to speak. And she feels that rising hunger kind of hurtle up from inside of her again. And that voice of her beast in the back of her mind kind of, it's almost like a groan of a lover reaching out to touch along the side of her back. You recognize the sound of the voice of your actual sire in the back of your mind. Oh, my lovely Songbird, we should get ourselves something to eat. I'm sure there's something tasty out there.
I'm sure there is.
Are you gonna treat me well? Are you gonna be my good little Songbird?
Of course I will be.
That's my good girl. Do you call your mom there?
Yeah, after that, she would call her mom.
Okay. It rings once, twice. You hear you don't initially hear her. You initially hear a bunch of shouting. It sounds like she's in the kitchen. She's like, "No, get out! This is my kitchen. No, out, out!" You can almost visualize her holding a wooden spoon.
Hello, mama.
Oh, my bambina. It's been too long. No, no,
It
don't
has.
touch that. I said don't touch that. They keep trying to
Oh,
mess with my sauce.
I mean, they always do, mama. How is everyone? How are you?
I am doing well. I am doing well. Ah, it is. You know how you could just you just hear kind of tutting in your head. But how are you doing? How are you settling in?
Oh, I'm doing good, mama. Found a cute little place on the water.
Oh, on the water. Fancy.
I mean, it's Philadelphia. It's not that fancy.
Yeah, still. But what are you doing out there? Are you singing?
Hopefully soon. There's a few places here that have jazz lounges that I'm looking to apply to.
Oh. When you have your setup and when you have all that done, we should come down and see you perform. It would be lovely.
I'll pay for all of you to come down.
Ooh. You can kind of see her like wiggling her fingers. You don't
But
need to do that.
of course I do. You're my mama. I
I
have
am
to
your
treat my
mama,
mother.
which means I'm going to make sure you're eating and doing well yourself down there.
I am eating. I am well
Yeah.
fed.
Every time I see you, you're skin and bone. Such a skinny girl. Need to always needed a couple extra plates on you.
I just have a high metabolism, mama.
Yeah. You kind of just hear it tutting again.
But everyone at home is good?
Oh, they're doing well. They're doing well. They are very rambunctious,
They always were.
loud, and all of them are in the house right now.
I could hear.
Yes, and they think that I need help.
That's
But
because
just
we worry about you, mama.
I am fine. I'm fine. I will keep telling everyone I am fine until they get out of my fucking kitchen. Out!
And then she'll just shout into the phone, "Hi, Dolly. Hi, Mina. Hello, Tony."
You hear some greetings in return, and then you hear some very like minor sounds of pain, like the whack whack.
I'll have to shoot
Anyway,
them a text to stay out of the sauce.
oh, they won't listen to you.
I
They
know
they
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 won't.
try to eat it with their hands. The fucking heathens.
I mean, I used to sneak a taste every now and then in the kitchen,
Yes, and you got bruised knuckles over it.
but it was worth it for your cooking.
Yeah. But I'm happy to hear that you are settling in well.
Yes, and I'm happy to hear that everyone is doing okay.
Yes, they're doing fairly well. Next time you visit, however, they will be doing even better.
Well, I hope so.
Hmm. I hope that that boyfriend of yours isn't keeping you.
Well, the boyfriend stayed back in Chicago, Mama. We had, an argument.
Good, I didn't like him.
I know you didn't, Mama.
I have good instincts. I would
I
have been
know
the
you
death of
do.
you.
I wouldn't take it that far, Mama. We may have had our squabbles.
Men like him. I've met men like him.
Back in Sicily or here in the US?
Yes, 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 yes. Both. They actually had balls in Sicily.
And she'll try not to laugh. Is Ziodante taking care of you guys?
He's doing well. He is taking care of us as well as he can. I do think he got is getting is looking into a new job or been offered to him. Somewhere in your direction, actually.
He's coming down here?
Hmm. Yes. Apparently, he has uh, a niece that lives in the area that he wants to keep a closer eye on. Can't exactly blame her.
You're sending him down here to spy on me.
Well, I mean, if he's going to be in the area anyway, he can spy on you while he's spying on his niece.
And she'll laugh at that. I'll be sure to greet him with a warm welcome and show him around the town.
I'm sure he'll just be happy to see you.
I'll be happy to see him too. But I don't want to keep you long. I can only keep you on the phone for so long until one of them sneaks another taste, and my roommates and I are going out.
Oh, you're going on to the town. As you should. As you should. Don't stay up too late. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
I won't stay out too late, Mama, and I'm going to be safe.
Ah, so you're going to be better than me. Excellent. Good, good, good. You text me when you get back to where you are, where you're staying.
I will, Mama.
Have a good night, my bambina.
Have a good night, Mama. I love you.
I love you too. Hey, don't touch that! Whack! She'll hang up.
I love Mama. And at that point, I'd imagine she'd put on those heels and put the gun in the boob pocket, perk everything up.
Yeah, I imagine it takes like a couple of minutes for her to actually put those boots on.
Oh, yeah.
And does she head out into that?
Yeah, she'll head out. She'll probably leave a note for Gavin and Rosemary on like a counter saying, went out, borrowed some money for the bus.
Mhm.
We'll pay you back once I have a job.
Just guessing that she She just kind of dug around in his wallet and pulled out whatever
Oh,
cash
yeah,
was
probably dug around in Gavin's wallet.
there. And then she goes out to the nearest stop.
Yeah, she'll go out somewhere to, probably to the nearest stop to the lounge.
Okay. It's an easy enough ride, and there is a good bit of walking involved. But the the place that he has indicated you toward is in a very transited area, like very much in the city, because it is right near Rittenhouse Square. And there is a bus stop just like a block down from it at the other traffic light. So you just walk down the sidewalk and towards it. And you get onto Sanson Street. And go ahead and give me a wits and awareness, please.
Wits and awareness. Oh god, that's 2 hunger dice. But 2 successes.
Okay. As you're looking around, you would see various people just moving around. It is this is the day after the coterie session, right?
I would imagine so, or at least within that same week.
Yeah, I imagine it's probably like day out the night after or the 2 nights after. So let's see, what day would it be then? Yeah, let me see where to put that continuity. Alright, so that would be that'd be the 14th. And that would be it's a Tuesday. So there are people like walking around and moving about. It's not as busy as say it would be like on the weekend. But there's still some stuff going on. It's easy enough to find the little club, the lounge that you that Reggie invited you to, because it's kind of hard to miss. It's got a lot of the Edgar Allan Poe aesthetic to the front of it. And would Reggie be waiting outside or inside for her? You are muted.
Probably outside because, she's never been there before, and it might be one of those kind of bars where it's dark inside. And it's polite.
Okay. You would see.
As soon as she sees him, she is like doing that sprint that girls can do in high heels up to him and is like squealing.
Hi.
And then like hugs him.
Yeah, he does. He returns the hug. Wow. If I'd known you were going to dress up, I would have worn something better than just my.
Oh, you look fine. But this is how, this is how I always dress.
Yeah. You were new to town. I wasn't sure you'd want to go to all the effort, but you look great as always.
Thank you. You look awesome too. Of course, you have your bag on you. Were you planning on getting some homework done tonight?
Well, maybe after,
Well, I'm gonna be a bad influence, and you're not doing any while I'm hanging out with you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go inside.
Let's go get a couple of drinks.
Sure. And he'll um, go in and find a nice sort of quiet corner to get set in if he can talk the hostess into it.
Okay. It doesn't take too much convincing. It's a Tuesday, so they're not that busy. I'm gonna say that day it's got a DJ there, but not like an extraordinarily good DJ. They're just probably hitting a button because it is a Tuesday.
It's not one of their better nights. They sometimes have some jazz artists here. Sorry about that. Wow, you look amazing. Uh, thanks. I'm glad to see you. Actually, I know even less people here than I did in Chicago.
Yeah, it's nice to have a familiar face.
Yeah. What brought you down?
Change of scenery.
Okay.
Roommates and I weren't really feeling the city anymore. So
Yeah. There were some nights when you looked like you weren't real happy when we were in Chicago.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I miss it, but
Oh yeah.
just wasn't feeling the city anymore, or at least that city.
Yeah. And he does pull out like a tissue and blows his nose a little bit. I'm sorry, I've had allergies are crazy. I don't get sick, and it feels like
I've been hearing like a lot of people, even the ones that don't have allergies, have been like getting them recently.
yeah. I mean, normally I'm pretty well off as far as that goes, but I yeah. So you wanted to change the scenery. You and your roommates, you came down here. You going to start singing again?
I mean, I hope to. I haven't really looked into the places yet.
Okay. I would. You got to tell me where you end up, so I can come and watch you sing.
Of course.
Excellent.
Have one of my OG fans show up and give me support.
Well, you know, it was always nice to go down to the club. I'd listen to you sing, do some homework between sets.
You know, I'm going to make a rule that when I open up my own lounge, you're not allowed to bring your homework.
Well, I'm almost done with my master's, so.
Good for you.
Yeah. I presented my thesis. We'll see how it goes out. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Kind of have to figure out where I'm going to go from there, though.
You're going to go get fancy title so they can call you Dr. Reggie? And then you have to correct them and say, not that type of doctor?
Something like that. I'm either going to go for a doctorate or I don't know. I might go work for the government.
The government?
My master's thesis is on money laundering and how criminals move money around. I think we're not actually measuring the illegal money transfers correctly, so I came up with new methods for tracking those things, creating models to predict for macroeconomic predictions and microeconomic tracking.
You gotta dumb it down for me a little bit. Remember, not the brightest crayon.
That's not true.
I barely finished high school. I didn't even finish high school.
Yeah, but intelligence doesn't work that way, right? You're good at things I'm awful at. It's just how things work sometimes, like you're better at dealing with people than I am. And it's not just because you're pretty. You are good at talking to people and making them feel. I don't know. You always make me feel safe. So.
Oh.
And so yeah, you're probably good at interpersonal intelligence. Music actually is a form of genius if you're good at it. You have to know math, you just don't realize you're knowing it because you're knowing it in terms of meter and in music and such. You're plenty smart. You just weren't trained in the same way to use your intelligence the same way I was. That's all. You're definitely smarter than me in some other things.
I wouldn't say that. I'd say I'm just really good at picking a tune.
That's a form of genius.
Anyway, before we both get too sappy tonight, let's go get a drink.
Okay, all right. He'll call for a drink. On me, of course. What do you want?
I'll just start with wine, I guess.
Okay.
I ate before I left.
All right. Sure. And he'll order a couple of wines. Red or white?
Red.
Oh, all right. He'll order a nice Merlot for both of them. So, anyways, yeah. What was I saying? Master's degree. My thesis is about tracking how criminals move money around. That's it's there's some high end math related to that and some of the tools, but it's pretty interesting, and I can see why maybe like the FBI might want to use it for their forensic accounting and such. But I don't know. I can't really see myself as an FBI agent. Probably would just go to be stay in academia or something.
I mean, I could totally see you like working like those office positions at the FBI, like the behind the guy in the desk, or like what's her name from that show where she was like such a badass, but like didn't work out in the field. I could totally see you in that position in the FBI.
I mean, I know they hire forensic accountants. I don't think that they hire them for their combat ability. So yeah, but yeah, I miss having somebody to talk to. I don't deal well with meeting with people.
Luis,
Yes.
give me a wits plus intelligence.
Wits plus intelligence. I am at hunger 2, correct?
Yes, you're at hunger 2.
Okay. I'm burning a willpower because that was no successes.
Okay.
That's still no successes.
Okay. It's like this faint memory in the back of your mind that's kind of niggling, but it's nothing too clear.
But
it feels related to his whole talking about forensic accounting.
Got it.
But yeah, that's where I'm at. Like, as soon as I finish up the masters, I got to decide what I'm going to do. Like, I can TA for over the summer or something, but I've got to figure out something. There are some jazz clubs in town. Do you want me to see if I can help you find some.
But that would be great.
Okay.
I would love to start performing again. I mean, I was even willing to become a dishwasher again if I had to, just to make some income while I'm here.
I mean, you were doing pretty well in Chicago, right?
Yeah, but a lot of places you need to audition, and sometimes you don't fit the vibe, or you don't jive well with the other performers.
Okay. All right. Um, well, I mean, you're not like sleeping on somebody's couch or something, are you?
No. Me and my two roommates, we have a little place. It's really cute. I have my own bed, they have theirs.
Okay. Good.
They're willing to support me until I get on my feet. They're really good like that.
Well, I'm sure you'll do it. You're a great singer, so
Well, thank you.
um but what do you think of the town?
It's pretty interesting so far. I really haven't seen much of it.
Well, it's an old town, like, it's older than Chicago. It's been around for a while, and a lot of historic places here. The whole place is just layered with history every time you turn around.
Well, I feel that's like most of the East, and then like the West is like all party, isn't it?
I guess, although they've got their own sort of Spanish history over there, I guess. But yeah, like this is where they did the Declaration of Independence. It's Philadelphia.
No, that's not the We the People one.
Um,
No, that's the other document.
Something like that. Yeah. Thomas Jefferson, Ben Franklin, John Adams, all of those guys.
I know two of them, I think, because they're on money.
Yeah. Yes, they are on money. Adams didn't make the cut, apparently. Nobody liked him, as I recall.
I mean, didn't they get a beer named after him?
That's Samuel Adams.
Oh, that's Samuel Adams.
Yeah. He was so bad that people wrote like awful things about him. At one point, somebody referred to him as being a hermaphrodite because he lacked the strength of a man nor the tenderness of a woman, something like that. It's pretty awful.
That is awful.
They didn't like him much. He's pretty wacky. But so you still with that boyfriend? Did he come down with you?
No, he stayed back, and it's complicated right now.
Okay. Well, I hope everything straightens out. I'm not very good at this, am I? The whole talking thing.
No, I enjoy talking to you. I wouldn't hang out with you otherwise.
I know. It's just, it's funny. Like, I imagine you and I have one problem in common. People occasionally hit on me here.
That's really pretty.
Yeah, but
almost imperfect timing to that. Both of you receive drinks.
And he'll
just like slid across from the bartender. He kind of gestures over to a very pretty young woman who's just hanging out with her friends, and she kind of looks at both of you and shoots you a wink.
She'll raise her glass to the girl as a thank you and take a sip.
And he'll nod awkwardly. Yeah. My problem is, I don't think they are interested in me when they ask me things like that, you know?
You think that they're only interested in your looks and not your body. Got it.
More like they have a story in their head, you know? Like, they have an idea of who... They have a story about some romantic guy from the cover of a novel or something, and I'm not that guy. I'm a nerd who is very...
Some girls are really into nerds. You'd be surprised.
Yeah, but that's not the ones that are coming up and asking me out, are they?
No, those are more probably the girls that are reading smut and thinking that you're that secret freaky nerd in their books.
Yeah, something like that. So never really go for that, and I'm entirely too nerdy for most people to hang out with. I've been kind of lonely, so it's nice to see a familiar face. Been working a lot.
Well, that's good. Where are you working?
I mean, on the master's thesis, and then, doing some teaching assistants and stuff like that. Comes with the whole being a grad student.
Yeah, I imagine that doesn't leave a lot of time. You still find time to go to, like, lounges and stuff.
Well, I mean, he points at the bag. Between times when I'm on the bus or something, although tonight I drove.
I took the bus.
You took the bus?
Yeah, well, I wasn't going to take my roommate's car. He can get very possessive of it. It's like his baby.
Okay. You know that I'm going to be the one taking you home in my car, right? Because it's not safe for you to be walking around like that.
I mean, I'm fine.
I know. You're probably tougher than I am, but, let me be a good friend.
Fine, if it'll help you sleep better at night.
Sure. But, so, what have you been doing since you got back? Just looking around for jobs, or?
Yeah, just kind of looking around. Met a group. One of them's very scholarly like you.
Oh?
Also very nervous like you.
Oh. Okay.
And I think she's more, like, into history, because we went to the museum, and, like, she almost started geeking out about all the stuff there.
Sort of like me going to, like, the Mint, or...
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. Well, what do you think of the place?
I like it. You picked a really good one.
Okay. It's a good place for me to come down and listen to some music and do some homework. Not too pushy a crowd. Sometimes it's a little loud, but not too bad.
I mean, that's most places like this. You're going to run into a lot of people.
Yeah. So, but yeah. Now, if I remember correctly, you had like a big family or something, right?
I mean, what Italian family isn't a big family?
Yeah. Well, that's true. I left my sister up in Chicago, so no family for me down here. You have any family down here?
No, but I was just told that a family friend who I see as an uncle is going to be moving down potentially.
Okay. Well, that sounds nice.
It's more like I think Mom is sending him down here to spy on me and his niece.
Oh. Okay. Well, yeah. Can't blame him for wanting to look out for you, I guess.
I mean, I don't blame them, but Mom can be a little overprotective.
What's it like to have such a big family, though? Like,
I mean, I love it. There's a lot of love to go around, but it was also very stressful.
okay.
I mean, that's why I left school. I got a job early on to help Mom and Dad. And one of my brothers did the same.
I kind of envy you of that. But you do you miss them now that you're so far away?
Oh, every night.
Okay.
Quick question.
Yes.
How close are y'all sitting? Because I can't imagine Songbird is very personal spacey with
Oh no,
people's
she
likes.
is not. If they got a booth, she's sitting on the same side as him. Or if they're like at a table, she's like in the seat next to him and is like not uncomfortably close, but in between uncomfortably close and comfortably close, like that weird middle ground. If that makes sense. Like maybe
Yeah,
a little uncomfy, but not on his lap.
Yeah, and he requested a booth at the beginning of this, so you're sitting on the same side, fairly decently close, in a booth. I imagine with Reginald's either both anxiety and penchant for being a gentleman. Is he on the inside or the outside?
He would have offered her the choice. Probably the inside, so it gives her the chance to get out without him having to move.
Okay.
But yeah, he's noticeably gets a little more nervous when you lean close to talk, but he chalks it up to, well, it is a club, and this is how we can hear each other talk. So,
And Songbird, you're not that hungry, but you've had a real hard time finding people that suit your taste recently. Almost every time you've had to fight to hold down anything that you've drank since you came into Philly. It has been a struggle. And it makes you that much more sensitive to when people that are within your tastes are near you. Even people you know you don't want to feed on. Like Reggie. You may not be able to smell him, but you know he falls within your parameters. You met him after one of your performances. You know how much he likes jazz. And that hunger in the back of your mind, you can kind of feel Luca's hand dragging up the back of your spine, very gently caressing your hair. Mia Bella, he's right there. Continue.
Yeah, she'll take another sip of her wine.
Yep. So he'll be sipping his. Yeah. Anyways, I'm kind of jealous of the whole big family thing. It's just me and my sister most of the time. So
Yeah, I mean, it has its ups and its downs.
yeah, I guess so. Still, I think I probably would have preferred that. But I guess the grass is always greener on the other side, right? What they say.
Yeah. Though I don't pity them tonight, though. They were trying to taste Mom's sauce without her finishing. You know how Italian moms are over their kitchens.
Yeah, and he'll say some in Italian, don't touch the pot before it's done.
And then she'll laugh at that. And then in Italian, she will respond. Or she'll say another quip of brain fart. Of wow, Kate. She'll say another quip in Italian along the lines of getting the spoon out.
Yeah. I've heard more than a few of those lines from the neighborhood.
I mean, I'm sure I have. Like, my knuckles aren't really, like, good looking from the amount of times I've been bapped for trying to sneak food while she's cooking.
Well, I would say that you're old enough now that that shouldn't happen, but I suspect that that doesn't matter.
Oh, to an Italian mom, you're always her child. You're always her little baby.
That's fair. So these new friends of yours, are they jazz fans too?
I don't know. I mean, they were curious of what I did when I moved here, and I told them I was a jazz singer, and they thought it was interesting.
Okay.
But I don't know if they're, like, jazz enthusiasts. One of them seemed a little bit rebellious, so I highly doubt that they listen to jazz unless it was supposed to be, like, ironically.
I don't get that. Jazz can be pretty rebellious. Some of the folks who made the jazz were certainly rebellious.
I mean, if you listen to some of the songs, like, the lyrics are almost more vulgar than today's music.
Yeah. And the like, you read about the artists, like Miles Davis was a pimp and a drug dealer while he was being a musician. Like, this isn't the music of sort of staid, sort of boring people. Oh, except maybe me. But
You're not boring. I'm gonna start, like, bringing a wooden spoon to every time we hang out, and every time you put yourself down, I'm gonna bap your knuckles.
that's going to be weird. A little bit weird.
It'll get you to stop talking down about yourself, though.
I'm just saying that most people would think I'm weird.
Okay, and they're wrong.
Okay, all right. Yes, ma'am.
No.
All right, fine. I'm not boring. I'm very exciting in economics fields.
And I'm very excited in jazz.
I like I said, I like your singing. So, do you want, actually, if you want, we can maybe go look around for the other jazz clubs in town, maybe? I can show you around. I've been here for a little bit longer.
Sure. Let me go freshen up first, though.
Okay.
Because that'll be a lot smarter of a choice than waiting until we get there, and then I have to, like, rush to the bathroom or something.
All right. But, yeah, I mean, it seems like that would be fun, right?
Yeah. I'll be right back, and she'll finish her drink and go off to the bathroom.
Well,
Is she actually going to the bathroom?
She's actually going into the bathroom.
Okay. She goes into the bathroom.
Is there anyone in there?
High or low?
Hi.
Okay. Hi. Were you looking for them to be in there or to not be in there?
She was looking for someone in there that she could potentially feed off of.
There is someone in there. There are actually a couple of people in there. But they're not like all together. There's like one in the stall and one at the sink.
Okay. Was one of them potentially that girl?
Yes. You would, and what you would have known. Give me a wits plus insight.
Alright, that pool is not as bad as wits and awareness. Still bad though.
It's because it's not a mental pool.
Okay. Thought I messied for a second, but I didn't. 2.
Okay. You would kind of see her like bobbing her head to the music, and you would recognize what is playing as jazz, just over the radio.
Alright, so she'll go pull out some makeup, act like she's freshening herself up, and we'll casually start a conversation up with her.
Mhm.
So you like this kind of music?
Oh yeah, my dad was a big fan, and it just kind of was raised with it. She kind of like looks over at you, and then looks you up and down, and kind of smiles. You? You like jazz?
Well, I made a career out of it before I moved here.
Oh, you're a singer. Even better.
Yeah, hoping to get some roots down here while in town. Maybe find a place to start singing again.
Well, you have to tell me what you're singing at. I'd love to come see one of your shows.
I'm
I
sure
can
you
ima- I
would,
can
and
just
she'll
I can just imagine
give
you up
her
on a
a-
stage. She'll take your number. She'll tuck it into her dress.
Is it just us in the bathroom, or is it still crowded?
Well, the other person has left at this point.
Okay.
Okay. Are you going to pop all?
Yeah, she's going to pop awe and use the other one as well. And she'll do that as she's giving her a look over. Melopomene. Pomini, however you pronounce it. I will eventually learn that by the end of this chronicle.
I need to go see what that does again.
It's her voice.
Presence with just my voice.
Okay. In this close proximity, your awe would just be enough to affect her.
Okay. And then she'll kind of like just lean up on the sink and do like the whole like flirty pose thing.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and give me your hunting roll. Don't
That
forget
is
it is your hunting roll is plus your presence rating. It's your beauty.
so that's a +1. And it is manipulation. I'm pulling it up right now because I know we pinned it. I just can't find my chat.
It is manipulation plus persuasion plus your victim specialty plus your 1 die in beautiful and plus your I think you have presence 2, so +2. So that would be 5, 6. That'd be 8 dice.
So
Don't forget your 2 hunger.
yes, so that's 6, 7, 8.
And how would you go about convincing her to allow you to feed on her?
So
You can tell me after you give me the results of your roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll. And again, she would kind of like give off that flirty, that she's like kind of into her kind of energy. And kind of give her more of an inviting kind of like, if you want more than a sample of my music, like, I'm willing for a quick little thing right here.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of give her the impression that, like, if you're interested, I kind of want you to make a move right now.
She would kind of reach up and very like gently caress your cheek and kind of take a couple of steps closer and not like outright verbalizing it, but she is definitely interested. How many did you
Alright.
get?
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
Good, good, good. So I imagine you frame this in a way of getting very close to her ear in order to give her that private sample.
Yes.
And frame it in a way of almost like it's kink.
Yes.
It how do you go about asking her if you can bite her?
She would probably say something in Italian of, "May I have a taste?"
You kind of hear her whisper back, God, yes, if I can have one later.
Why not one now? And then that's when she goes in for a little bite.
Mm-hmm. You will be able to slake yourself down to hunger 1.
Okay.
I'm going to get you a name later.
And she'll seal the wound.
And she'll kind of just. I imagine you kind of like have your hand like halfway up her skirt.
Yeah,
To,
but she's not going all the
not like.
way. She's just
Yeah,
yeah.
it's just like to better sell what you did because
Yes. Like,
this is an
she's
experience
keeping
on
within this girl's boundaries while also trying to frame it as, "I'm really interested in you."
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you slake yourself down to hunger 1. You have successfully gotten her consent to get a taste, so you do not get a stain from your pre-exclusion. And she kind of just fans herself a little bit. Ooh, I need a cigarette.
She'll pull one out of the boob pocket and stick it behind her ear and adjust herself.
Now you. I'm gonna call you.
Please do.
Yeah, absolutely. So she'll lean in and she'll give you a very deep kiss. And she'll wink at her. But I'm here with friends, and if I leave with a pretty thing like you, they're going to never let me here.
Oh, neither will my friend, so. But I'll be hearing from you, and she'll wink.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And she'll make her way. She kind of just like, now you should wait like 2 minutes because I'm going to leave now, and you can. So I don't get shit, and so that you don't get shit. And she walks out of the bathroom.
And again, she'll, after the kiss, adjust her lipstick, re-perk herself up, get everything all fixed, fix her hair, and then she'll walk out of the bathroom.
Okay. So, Reginald, you see your friend walk out of the bathroom, readjusting her dress.
Okay. Probably in the time that she was in there, he would have paid the check and looked up any jazz clubs in the area.
Okay. There are quite a few.
Yeah, there's one that's about 2.5 blocks away, actually.
Oh yeah.
Um, and he's like, "Hey, I found some clubs not too far away. Do you want to walk or do you want to ride in the car?"
I'm okay with either. I'm kind of in the mood to get some fresh air, though.
Okay. Let's go for a walk. He'll do that. Look at her again, like, oh, and shake his head and he's like, "Right, let's go for a walk."
What was that look for? And she'll take his arm as she's walking out the door with him.
I'm. That outfit is a lot. And he'll take her for a walk 2.5 blocks to the place that's called Chris's Jazz Cafe.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
take a look and see, if they've got a live band that night or.
Yeah, I'll say they have a live band that night. It is like the beginning of their work week. So, because they're closed on Sundays and Mondays. But they have a live band that night. It is not one of their greater known ones, but it is definitely jazz that is playing. There's some people just like that are there, that are, some of them are bobbing their heads to it. It's very Southern style cuisine. It's a very relaxed lounge kind of area.
You want to talk to the manager while we're here? See if you can line up something?
You're gonna be my manager now? I mean, sure. I thought we were just gonna hang out.
I just.
I know, you're looking out for me. Wanna help a friend.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of them. It's nice to have somebody I can help, I guess.
Both of you give me wits and awareness, please.
Let me pull up my thing. I forgot to pull it up.
I got
That's more than I should ever expect from you.
She'll eventually bump up that pool.
Yeah, there's resume. Wits and awareness? Okay.
Yes.
Actually, a decent pull for him. 4 successes.
Very nice. As y'all are coming upon the jazz cafe, there are some outside tables. There's like some like these well-shaped plants. There's a mural next to the door. There's like the overhang that says Chris's Jazz Cafe on it. The mural is of 3 African American gentlemen that one seems to be singing, one is playing a saxophone, one is playing a cello. It's a very well done mural. And as you peek in and go into the cafe, you would see that there is a dining room set up. There is a bar stools, and it seems like a pretty cozy place. There's also a very nice place set up for the live music to be played, and there are also instruments just there. so people don't have to bring their own.
Huh. Look at that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Almost like set up like it's for an open mic or something.
Yeah. You want to see?
Yeah, we can take a look.
Okay. And for a moment, he forgets he's nervous and looks around for the manager and tries to flag somebody down to ask, like, if it's open night mic and if she can sing.
Okay. Let's take a 5 because I have to use the bathroom. But
Sure.
Sounds
we
good.
will come back on that.
You having fun?
Yes.
Were you nervous I was going to feed on you?
There was a moment.
This ad break brought to you by Ballard Industries. Ballard Industries. Why should Pentex have all the fun?
That's my grandpa.
Oh dear.
You best bet I'm getting that lore sheet too.
Yeah. But yes, Reginald is trying to be the good friend and trying to pretend that he can ignore the pretty girl on his arm as pretty as she is.
He just trying to do a protect to make sure she don't have a nip slip.
There is that. No, like, let's be honest. He is never going to hit on her, but that doesn't mean he doesn't think she's attractive.
That doesn't mean he doesn't sneak a peek.
Like,
don't roll your eyes.
He doesn't do the looking for parts that aren't supposed to be showing, but he does do the, what am I doing here with this woman?
Yes, he has seen that dress.
Yeah.
And she didn't wear the slip.
Yeah.
Gavin wasn't in charge of dressing her.
Yeah, he's definitely in the, God, why am I with this person?
It's fun. Hello, newcomers to the audience. You just missed a fun time. We're on a break.
Yep.
I did almost have her bring the purse with the Tommy gun too, but I was like, nah. Just one gun to me. No, because that's what my fists are for. Sure, Ink. I practiced restraint all right.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And Kindle did not make that easy.
What that make easy?
Hunting.
You didn't make it easy for her to resist temptation.
No, he hasn't. are you rolling? I don't like that.
Don't worry about it. Put it in your channel.
Just did.
Thank you. Okay. And we are back.
So yeah, we were trying to see if we can find somebody who would tell us if it was open mic or not.
Okay. I can't find anything that says it's not a mic.
ST Fiat.
Uh-uh. Yeah, I'm going to say that the manager will look at you and say, not usually, but we're having a slow night, so sure. We're allowing people to just go up right now.
Okay. Do you need me to set anything up?
Well, what do you plan on doing? Are you playing something? Are you singing?
Oh, I was planning on singing, but I'll play something if you want.
But what are you
I'm-
singing? What are you playing? Is
Well,
this an
it's a
original
jazz.
piece or yes?
I mean, I can do one of the numbers I did back in Chicago if you want.
I'm trying to understand what we need to help you set
Oh,
up.
I thought this was in character.
This isn't charity. He's trying to negotiate with Songbird to figure out what she's gonna do.
Oh, for a second I thought that was Kendall. My bad. If you want, I can pull up like a karaoke version of a song, and we can plug it
Do
into
you
speaker.
do you- um
She's really good.
what do you need for this
I
song?
just need, and she'll pull up a cover version of a song. You can literally just play this, and I'll sing to it. I don't need much. I don't need a whole band behind me.
There's kind of this wrinkle to his nose as you just show him the music that you want played in the background, and he'll just kind of cut at you. It sounds eerily like your mother. It's like, I know this one. And he'll start to go up to the piano himself.
Okay.
I'm gonna put on some karaoke. This place isn't fucking karaoke.
She wasn't trying to say that, but okay.
Yeah, I know. He's still insulted.
And she'll go up to the mic and lower it, I'm sure, because she's tiny.
Mhm.
Reginald is going to find a spot up near the front.
So, Katie, what is she singing?
She is going to sing. Oh my goodness. It's by Penny Lee. I can't remember the song name. I think it's
Give me
called
Fever.
Huh?
The Fever song?
Oh no, I was gonna do like All Right Okay.
Ah, okay.
But I can't remember the actual title. It's probably All Right Okay.
Is it all right? Okay, you win.
Yes. I knew it was by Penny Lee.
Go ahead and give me. Are you? Do you still have your all going?
Yeah, she would have activated the other one as well. So she would have had up and she would have had
Melpomene.
yes, Melopomene.
Okay. I brought up the wrong one. Actually, to read it this time. Volt free. It is free. You don't need to browse for Melpomene.
So I like it.
Yep. Go ahead and give me a charisma plus performance plus your singing specialty plus your beauty plus your dots and prints.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus beauty is 8 and presence is 10.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, we got a crit. And it's not messy, folks. Oh, I thought it was a double crit for a second, though. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 with a crit.
Okay. Very nice. You, as you are singing, you will watch as the entirety of the restaurant's attention is focused on you. There seems to be, you have captured their attention, even beyond your awe. It is your raw talent as a singer. And it even pushes the manager who's playing the piano behind you. That is helping you keep that beat. He seems to be struck by you as well. Red, are you going to try and resist her awe?
Probably not. Like, she's his friend. He doesn't feel like she's controlling him. This is just him enjoying her doing what she does. So
you have never been so enraptured by Songbird.
Okay.
And as your performance comes to an end, there is a round of applause from both of the people that are dining there, as well as the people that work there. The manager comes up. If you ever want to come on our busier nights where we have more folks, he hands you a card. Just come in and we'll make room for you.
Oh, thank you.
You got some lungs on you, girl.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
And
you
she'll
get
take
a very
the card and
He gives
Boobin.
you pressed and approving nod. It's not often that he meets that many white girls who can carry jazz the way that you can. And with her 10 with a crit is the Songbird jazz is a very emotive way of expression. What do you think Songbird would have been expressing?
She would have been expressing a lot of joy and almost like she feels like she's free. Like, this is where she can truly be herself and no one can take that from her.
Okay. So does Reggie's do.
Reggie is sitting there a bit dumbstruck by her, like, because, yeah, this is full effect of the song plus the awe and everything. He's just, like, utterly, and, like, has to shake himself and, like, you did great. You were amazing.
Oh, thank you, Reggie.
I
Reminds you of home?
a little bit. Never did. I have to say, the first time you came over and asked me what I was doing in the old club, I was confused why this beautiful, talented person would just come up and talk to like some random guy sitting in the back trying not to be noticed.
It's because you were sitting in the back trying not to be noticed and doing homework in a cabaret club.
I like the music.
Earbuds and Spotify are a thing, though.
Yeah, you know.
It was just odd. I've never seen anyone come to a club to do homework.
When I was a kid in the orphanage, they had records, a lot of jazz records. One of the priests who ran the place was a big jazz fan, so I used to listen to jazz all the time. It's comforting to me.
I didn't know you and your sister were orphans.
Yeah. My dad died a long time ago. Turns out he wasn't that great a guy, and the state he left us in, Mom followed not long after. So.
She's gonna give him a hug, and it's not like her usual excited ones. It's like a tight, like, I'm sorry hug.
He'll be a little bit surprised about it for a second, and he'll just hug her back. It's okay. I've gotten kind of used to it, you know? But yeah, that's why I usually alone.
Because you're used to being alone.
Yeah.
Well, now you're not. You're stuck with me.
Worse things could happen, definitely.
Yeah, worse things could.
But I think we found you some work.
I mean, not permanent. He offered
Sure.
when I can.
But it's a start, right?
Yeah, it's a start.
Okay. And you're not alone here. You got your roommates, right? You got me.
Yeah.
So you're off to a good new start, right?
I would hope so.
Okay. Well, do you want to hang out here some more, or should I get you home?
About how late in the night is it?
I'd say it's probably around 10 p.m., maybe 11. It's
You
not
got
that
class
late.
in the morning?
No. It's the nice thing about master's degrees, it's sort of self-guided at this point. So, and I'm not doing a TA in the morning, so it should be fine. I can stay out as long as you want to.
Well, I don't need to keep you from your degree. I did say tonight you're not doing your homework.
You did. So, the night's yours. What do you want to do?
I kind of want to walk around a little more, hang out a little more, check out a few more places.
Sure, there's another place a couple of blocks down if you want.
Okay, let's go. And she'll grab his arm and start rushing him out. Probably take him in the wrong direction as soon as they head out the door until he corrects her.
Yeah, no, it's that way over there. And he will happily walk her to the next jazz club, just kind of enjoying having her there.
Okay.
Like he's probably still enraptured from that whole performance, so he's a little bit high on the pretty girl is hanging on me, and I don't know what to do with that, so I'm just enjoying it.
Okay. Both of you give me what's an awareness as you walk. I'm going to bully you into getting awareness.
0. I'm not burning another willpower tonight. I'm saving those for more important things.
Okay, so this is a roll. 8 with a crit.
Okay. Well, at least one of you seeing things.
Yeah.
As y'all are walking down the road, it is, because I assume you're headed toward time. That
Yeah.
Songbird, you are swept up in. There's a lot of sounds that go on at this time of night. There's a lot of visual stuff. There's just a lot that goes on around here. There are a lot of clubs. There's the Academy of Music that is a couple of blocks away. There are other clubs and bars that have their own live music and that are cocktail bars as well. Like there's a lot around here. So you don't really notice the various people that are moving and maneuvering around. Reginald, you're probably guiding her
Yeah.
to make sure that she is not completely veering off course of where y'all plan to go.
Well, that feels familiar. Yeah.
You also hear the various goings on of the city, but you're much more accustomed to it than she is. You know how to kind of maneuver it. You kind of have an idea of where it's all coming from. And as you are approaching time, you would kind of see this group of people exit, and among them you would notice this young man. He kind of just catches your eye. There's a brief moment where he makes eye contact with you. That kind of not really pleasant, but like that smile you give strangers whenever you make eye contact.
Mm-hmm.
And he will kind of look from you to Songbird, and then just continue on. Like his gaze kind of straightens up. Y'all head into time?
Yeah, he was coming out of time, right? Or
Yep.
okay. Yeah. He'll kind of keep track of where he goes as we head into time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
he heads down a block, and then he makes a turn, and you can't see him.
Okay. But he'll clock it as a bit unusual, but he will just sort of like put that away because part of it is also I'm walking around with points at Louisa in that outfit. So, yeah. And we check out time, see what kind of place it is.
Okay. As you go in and you look around, there is a host. There is someone that asks you if you have a reservation. You say no. But they do kind of gesture you to an area where you can stand and listen to the various live music that is played. So apparently, this kind of place gets booked up regularly. This is a pretty fancy place.
Do they give us the vibrating coaster?
No,
Oh, darn.
you actually have to make a reservation.
That's fair.
But yeah, we'll
But
stand around.
they kind of let you into the area where you're able to like listen to the live music being played. But you have to have a reservation in order to eat there. Songbird, your beast purrs being in this kind of place. It kind of reminds you of where some of the nicer places that Luke would have, where he would do business. But it's much more. Honestly, it has more soul to it. And it seems like a much nicer. It very much feels warm enough to you, but familiar at the same time. Like this is a place that you could make business in.
And while they're there, Reginald will lean close to say in her ear so he's not shouting. What do you think of the place?
I think a girl could get used to a place like this.
Okay. Well, I should maybe see about getting not appointment's not the right word. Reservation at some point.
Yeah, I'd love to book a reservation here.
Okay.
And you would notice, like, she is, like, taking as much of the view in as she can from that area. Like, trying to absorb it.
Okay. Yeah. Next time we get together, I'll get reservations here.
Alright, but drinks are on me next time.
If you say so. But you were just getting started, so I figured it was fair that I get them this time.
I know.
But yeah, it's a nice place. Good music, good vibe. Definitely. The customer base is interesting.
Yeah. And, like, you could tell she's kind of, like, half distracted by the place.
Yeah.
Like, she's listening to him, but, like...
He's going to look around in the bar to see if the guy who gave the odd look has come back.
I'm not gonna make you roll for it because you rolled really well last time. He hasn't.
Okay. All right. So he'll relax a little bit. And as he is not very good at masking, she might actually pick up that he was a little tense for a bit, but
She'll poke at his ribs. What's up? You're making a face.
It was probably nothing. Just some guy gave me an odd look. So.
Who gave you an odd look?
Oh, as we were coming in, he was probably just, and he'll just gesture at you.
What? It's a cute dress.
It is, but I can imagine a number of reasons why.
I mean, it gets results.
Why somebody might spend a little time looking in your direction.
Who's to say he wasn't hitting on you?
I mean, it's also possible. Not that I would mind, but yeah, it just struck me as odd. Also, I'm not wearing
yes,
it.
You're stunning. And men have a different form of sluttiness.
I know. I don't know. Maybe it was him looking at me on that level because, like I said, I'm bad at people, so I wouldn't be able to be sure one way or the other.
We need to set you up at a singles mixer. This way, even if you don't leave with anyone that night or make any connections with anyone that night, at least you'll learn how to read people better. Get the vibe check on them, you know?
I mean, I guess. Yeah. I keep being. My sister used to tell me that I needed to go out on more dates.
Well, that's also a you thing. If you want to go out on more dates, cool. But we definitely need to get you to go to a bunch of meet and greets. Don't they do ones for hobbies and stuff? There's a whole app for it.
There's a economics conference that comes to town from time to time. I've gone to those, listened to some lectures.
That's a great place for meet people, I think.
Yeah.
That's where all the nerdy people meet each other, right?
I saw the former head of the Fed. He gave a great speech, and it was really fascinating stuff about using macroeconomic indicators to plan economic policy, and how the differing political parties seem to have inconsistent messaging as far as the.
Yeah, you got to talk to me like I'm a 5-year-old when it comes to this stuff, Reggie.
Basically, he talked about how you can use looking at the whole picture of what's going on. And some people are bad at it while trying to figure out what to do about it.
So they're working so hard to try and make it look like they're not doing the thing they're doing, but because they're trying so hard, it's more obvious.
Sort of. They want to look at. Remember in 2008, they had the big financial collapse? Everybody was afraid that they were going to lose their houses. And
a little bit. I think most of us around my age were more worried about Pokemon.
Same. Well, I may have been reading Adam Smith back then too, but the problem there is that nobody was paying attention to what was going on, and they didn't see it coming. The macroeconomic people, the people who are supposed to figure it out. And the few people who did say anything, nobody would listen to them. Now they're looking at the overall economy and trying to see what the next thing that causes everything to go bad. And the different politicians all think they know what they're doing, but they're not actually listening to the people who study this.
So it's more people think they're smarter than they are, and they have their heads up their asses.
Kinda, yeah. But yeah, and to put it in musical terms, the guy who directs the orchestra is not always listening to the musicians about what they can do with their instruments.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there's some people who meet up at those, but I always feel a little, I don't know, not good at talking to people.
Well, you're a very good talker with me.
Well, yeah,
And I
but
think if you came out of that shell and she'll poke his head a little bit more and got out of your own head, I think you'd be able to talk to a lot more people too.
yeah, you always, like, since you first started talking to me, I felt, I don't know. Is it weird that you make me feel safe?
No. I would say that's the older sister energy I give off.
Maybe. But it's always easier to talk to you than it is to a lot of other people.
Aw, I appreciate that.
Okay.
Yeah.
As y'all are wrapping up your night, do y'all visit other places? Or do y'all just continue to stay at time?
Songbird would have left that up to Reginald, because he's unaware that she can literally go until an hour past sundown. So she would kind of be going off of like his social and like physical batteries, and like if she sees he's starting to like get to that point in the night where he's like, all right, I'm starting to drag, she'll suggest he take her home.
He will, yeah, he'll, I think after they're been at time for long enough to be like, okay, they're probably going to kick us out because we're not buying anything. He will suggest a couple other places, but that are within walking range, and basically just walk around the neighborhood with her.
Give me an resolve plus investigation. Reginald.
Okie doke. Resolve plus investigation, huh? Okay.
Yeah. Don't worry, Katie. I've looked at your sheet.
It's a 3 pool, it's fine.
4 successes.
You'd be able to find a couple of other places and show them to Songbird before the night wrapped up. There are quite a few jazz lounges and bars within just a good amount of blocks that you could just walk to.
And
in this area.
Yeah, after showing her to a few other places, he will drive her home. Probably wrap up around like 1 or 2 a.m. unless she indicates otherwise.
Yeah, she'd probably indicate to you to drop her off like probably a couple of blocks from the docks.
Yeah.
Can't imagine she would want you to know that she lives on a boat.
Okay. He will drive her to the place. He's got his beat up, like the hood is dented car, used car that he drives.
Doesn't bother her.
But yeah, other than that, he drops her off where she says to drop her off.
Okay.
And actually, before she goes, she's like, "Hey, listen, I know you got to carry stuff for protection, because I know what kind of happens, unfortunately, out there. Just make sure you get a permit for that, and he'll sort of gesture to where you have the gun.
So under her boob, got it.
Mm-hmm. You were looking at her kitty when you were investigating her.
I mean,
Um,
the outfit definitely gave a lot of room for checking. So
when he says that, she's gonna kind of frown and be like, I have the proper paperwork. I've had it before, Chicago.
Okay, I just, you know,
After I lost Rudy, I wanted to be prepared.
I get it. I do. I was just worried that if you got pulled over or something.
I think I'd more get pulled over for looking like a streetwalker than
You do
having a
not.
gun under my boobs.
You do not look like a streetwalker.
I
Yep.
guarantee you my roommates are gonna think otherwise, and they're gonna scold me like the older siblings they practically are to me.
You definitely look sexy, but you're classy sexy. Okay?
Thank you. I'm glad you think I'm classy sexy.
Oh, God. You're never going to let me look.
Nope, I'm not. You said it.
It's good you're in town. I hope to see you again.
Of course.
All right. And when you are headlining one of those jazz clubs, definitely save me a spot.
I'll save you the front row, so this way I can make sure you're not doing homework and continue to be a bad influence on you.
Sure. That works fine for me. But I do have to go get some work done before I go to bed, so.
Yeah, you go do homework now that I'm not around. Don't stay up too late.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't yes ma'am me.
Thanks for tonight. I needed to relax too, so.
Of course, that's what friends are for.
Absolutely. It's good to have one in town for a change.
That we can both agree on.
Excellent. And he'll let her out.
Okay. And Songbird goes straight towards where she lives.
Yeah, she would make her way back to the boathouse.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do with this session?
Other than winding down for the night, she'd probably check to see if Gavin or Rosemary are home. If they're not, she'll unwind.
Yeah, they're probably out doing things, being busy. So you probably beat them home. It's a little early for them to immediately come back to the boathouse. It is
Yeah.
barely just hitting midnight.
Yeah, she would also text her mom being like, as promised, I got back to my place safe. Found a few potential jobs.
You know by this hour she would be, she should be asleep, but she does send you back a text of that she is happy that you got safe.
And then she would probably text her siblings like, you know better than to try and eat mom's sauce before it's ready, with a couple of hearts.
You get several people, like a couple of them will pretend innocent, and the other ones will just protest like you don't get to judge me.
Yes, I do, because I thought I taught you from my mistakes. I thought I taught you how to sneak it better. And then again,
All right.
she'll unwind, probably put on some jazz, and just hang out at the boathouse for the rest of the night.
Like it? Okay. With that we will wrap up the session.
Yay!